All right, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here. My name is Jason Moore, and I'm the Senior Manager of Communications and Customer Service with the City of Windsor. We're here today for an exciting announcement from two sides, really. Exciting for the city, which you'll hear about in just a moment, and exciting for an important community partner for the city as well. We have three people to share the story, and so to get us started, please welcome Windsor Mayor Drew Dilkens.
Thank you very much. Let's put this on.
Turn it on. Hey, Chris.
Is that better? There we go. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Thank you all for being here. We're here today to talk about the evolution of our library system and to announce what we believe will be an important next step for one of our community agencies and the future of the building in which we are standing this afternoon. The 21st Century Library is about technology and connectivity, and we need to focus our resources there as much as possible. An oversized and out-of-date building doesn't meet the needs of today, let alone the needs of tomorrow. 3 stories and 107,000 square feet may have been needed when we had row upon row of books, but today that's just not the case. So we're about to right-size the central branch to meet current demands. With that in mind, today we are announcing that we have signed an agreement of purchase and sale with the Downtown Mission for this building and the rear parking lot the city owns behind this building. This is the latest chapter in our evolving library story. Since the facilities plan was approved by Council in 2013, Windsor Public Library has been on a path to ensure the long-term sustainability of the system, which includes the construction of the Optimist community. Looking spectacular, and of course the forthcoming renovation at one of our busiest branches, the Budimir branch in South Windsor. These are all parts of our efforts to improve and move our library system forward. While that work was being done, the Windsor Public Library had begun the planning work to determine how to best right-size the central branch as recommended in this facilities plan. Last year, consultants were engaged to begin the work of creating a space and a functional plan for a new or refurbished central library. And while in an ideal world, this work would have been done before moving forward, the offer from the Downtown Mission arrived and the board seized the opportunity, recognizing that this space is just too big for our needs. This location, make no doubt, this location has served us well. But we now look forward to the next few months as we plan for the move to a new location and to see the transformation of this building into a new and important community asset. I'd like to bring forward Ron Gunn, the Executive Director of the Downtown Mission.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you, Mayor Dilkens. I'd like to start by thanking each of you for attending today's historic announcement, recognizing our Board Chair, Dan Wilson, is in the room with us, Vice Chair Steve Irwin, Past Chair Dorothy Davis, and Treasurer Will Blondie. Thank you all for joining us. In addition, the Mission Management Team is here along with others from our Mission family. Thank you also to our community partners in attendance. And lastly, I'd like to thank Kitty Pope and her team for hosting us today. The Mission was started right down the street at Central United Church, 628 Olette Avenue in 1972. Since that time, we've had several homes, including our current location on Victoria, driven then, as we are now, by the needs of our community. In 72, we served an average of 28 men coffee and donuts from a room in the church basement. Today, we offer 3 meals a day, are open 24 hours. We rescue and redistribute $5.5 million of fresh produce every year. We have addiction recovery and mental health programs, overnight shelter, clothing, income tax returns, a fitness center, job reentry training, a hair salon, and so many other programs, all designed to help folks in need, all supported financially and primarily by the citizens of Windsor and Essex County. In our opinion, we are truly a modern-day example of the miracle of the 5 loaves and 2 fishes, where through our donors, volunteers, staff, and by the grace of God, we are provided what we need when we need it. So, our collective prayer for a new home for the Mission, a building in the downtown core that can stand as a symbol of hope, a location for those in need to take refuge, to seek the assistance they need for a hand up. Through an exhaustive search and with the help of Councillor Bordelin, Mayor Dilkens, City Administration, Kitty Pope, Realtor Eddie Azar, and of course the volunteer board of directors at the Mission. We are so pleased and excited to be able to stand here and share in the news that we will move towards purchasing this building. This iconic building represents good times. It represents families, education. It is in fact historically a place of refuge and of safety. Its staff and management have been friends to those in need for generations from this site. We believe this building repurposed will be home. In fact, it is our intention to purchase this property and convert the second floor into affordably priced apartments and some transitional housing space as well. We know that currently there's a severe shortage of affordable priced one-bedroom units, contributing in part to the rise in numbers of those experiencing homelessness. It has and will remain the Mission's focus to serve those in need, regardless of religion, color, or creed, regardless of circumstance. We are proud of this next step in our rich history. We are moved and motivated by those we serve and honored by those who volunteer and donate, coming alongside of us as we do the work we've been called to do. We do it together, we do it in faith, and out of love for our neighbors in need. Thank you.
And our final speaker needs no introduction, but we've heard about her already, Kitty Pope.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon and welcome to the mighty Windsor Public Library. I'd first like to acknowledge and thank Mayor Dilkens and the WPL board for seizing the opportunity that presented itself with the offer from the Downtown Mission to purchase the main library. It is truly a unique opportunity. I've worked in many libraries around the world and can say that few boards would recognize the big picture potential presented by this sale, and after very careful deliberation, chose to move ahead. Great public library leadership takes courage, trust, and commitment. Libraries have been repositories of knowledge, places where ideas are explored, the world of information is discovered, and where community is welcomed. 21st century Canadian public libraries are also meeting places for people, ideas, literacy, and learning. Yes, public libraries are still about books, but they're now so much more. The Windsor Public Library and staff are methodically implementing the 2013 facility plan to ensure we get it right, using best practices, new information technology, and flexible service delivery models that make sense and provide excellent public library service now and well into the future. The main library, formerly known as the Carnegie Library, relocated from Park and Victoria Avenue to 850 Olette in November 1933. More than 12 million people have visited the library. Children and adults have borrowed books, CDs, DVDs, and yet we did lend out 8 tracks way back. They have attended thousands of programs, amassed over 1 million hours on our public computers, and asked over 500,000 questions in the last 45 years. The role of public libraries in building strong and healthy communities is a concept we strongly endorse. This relocation opportunity will allow us to become more accessible to Windsorites and expand our services to the whole community. This is an exciting time for public libraries to embrace new technologies, innovative services, and flexible new facilities to meet the community's need to read, learn, and discover. Many Canadian cities have already reimagined their public libraries, and Windsor will benefit from their experiences of others, as well as building a 21st century public library for ourselves. This is a great opportunity for Windsor Public Library and its over 85,000 members to move ahead and write the next chapter in public library service in Windsor. The planning to transition to a new location will begin immediately. I'd like to thank the Mayor, WPL board members for the dedication, because great public library leadership takes trust and it takes commitment. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. That concludes the announcement for today. What we'll do, though, is let people that want to leave because it's Friday afternoon, and I'm sure you have jobs to get back to or a weekend to attend. So you can leave if you wish. The media, if you want to scrum these guys and get some more questions in, that's fine too. Thank you, everybody.
Jason, can we get a picture of the first?
Take pictures.
So they're not opening it up to the crowd, are they?
Years younger.
So where's the library going? Where's this library going?
Okay, so let's get some of the questions. I know you're going to have that's one of them out of the way. And so one is related to cost. Okay, that's going to be the question. We had the library appraised, so we know what the value is both of the library and of the parking lot behind. And I can tell you that the mission came forward with an agreement of purchase and sale, so it wasn't just idle speculation or conversation. They came forward with the document with an agreement of purchase and sale. And so what the numbers look like, a total of $3.6 million, 3.2 for the building, $400,000 for the parking lot, so we're right in line with the appraisals. City Council and the Library Board both need to approve these agreements of purchase and sale. And they'll go to the Library Board and both. The other is where's the library going to go? And we don't actually have a firm answer to that question yet. So the agreement of purchase and sale, Ron, come in, correct me if I go wrong. But the agreement of purchase and sale, both of them contemplate a closing date of summer of 2019. So we have several options in mind. We're going to discuss several options. We're not going to put those on the table yet until we hone in on the most appropriate location. Let's just say it's going to be downtown. Option like the City of Windsor buildings to try and minimize the cost. So the option on the table is very comfortable to take on the library service, not the closure of the library service, or the Phoenix library service. Moving forward, we're making something no, what it would cost. Oh, well, listen, that is part of the process that we're going through, so that's still the plan is actually engage an architect. We're working through what the design will look like. Make sure that we build the library appropriate facility that takes technology and all the things you expect we don't have the money to put this together now to library almost twice our size. If you look at what Halifax is in terms of the programming in the library, the things that they have added to the library to really make it a full community center, I think that inspires a lot of folks, including myself, around the library board table. And I expect that when those concepts
partnerships that we get the school board and the Windsor unit property, using other organizations. 100%. And so we've already had initial conversations with some of the organizations that I think the school board we will, and that number's not wasted on us, it's a lot of money. We will be selling Victoria's station. We had a 10-year plan. You know, first of all, it's across the street from our location where we can find it. We maintained it well. And so our goal is, as I said, to build affordable housing at least on the second floor. It's so large that we'll be able to do, you know, many units transitionally and one-bedroom permanent. It's just an exciting time. We needed something in the downtown core. We looked at multiple other buildings. We looked at building something from scratch. This building was the best value for the money. So we're really eager and excited to take possession in 2019 and go from there.
So when you bought this one across the street, were you still planning on finding another home, or is this a new plan?
So no, it's definitely not a new plan. The building across the street suits what we're doing is around
Was the community consulted?
Well, I think, you know, obviously we have to work, you know, permitting, and because there's such a long lead time. I say a long lead time, it's going to be really quick, but we'll have an opportunity to have all of our permits and everything done so that we can hit the ground running shortly after we take possession. The goal would be to sell Victoria and then transition over here as quickly as possible.
Drew, was the community consulted before the sale, and are they going to be consulted afterwards?
Well, 100%. The community will absolutely be consulted before we build a new branch. It's all part of the plan, and it always has been part of the plan, so nothing's changed in that regard.
Were they consulted prior?
Council already has.
When did the commission approach the city of coming on this in the works?
I guess a couple of months. I've been working behind the scenes with council and with Mayor Dilkens, and of course, these things they take time, and our board and their board and it's, as Drew pointed out, it's two separate entities. So I don't know. I think it took a long time, but I'm told it was pretty quick.
It was quick in the city.
It was quick in the city system. So I guess from our perspective, the mission board has been looking at properties for 6 or 7 months, including the property next door, the vacant lot across the street. Again, as I said, this is the best value. We survive off the generosity of others, right? So we spend the money wisely. This was a wise purchase, and we're looking forward to being able to make new homes for many of the folks who are currently homeless.
Can you speak about the demand for your services and how that has driven your need to move?
Well, I think I always because we're funded by the community, we have the ability to respond quicker than some other agencies. The need is ballooned. Just when we think we've hit a ceiling, it explodes again, right? People experiencing homelessness, I don't think it's a surprise in our city. The numbers grow, right? We have people out in tents, and we have people kind of camped in our backyards and down by the river and all of those things. And I've asked those folks, what's up? I haven't seen you before. What's going on? And most of what I get back is based on the lack of affordable housing. So, and there's still, it's hard to imagine in 2018, but there's still folks of,